I have obtained my tea. We're good to go. We're set. We're ready. Fucking do this. Fucking go! Oh shit. I always forget that I need to have my I need to have my controller.
Danganronpa.
I totally forgot where we left off. Alright. I think fucking Byakuya ambushed us as we came out of here and scared me. I already went around the nurse's office. So I still had to finish this investigation before the third trial. But we're pretty close to finishing it. I think. Oh yeah, we have to go track down Hero. We have to go track down Hero, that's what we have to do. That's probably the last thing that we have to do, maybe? Let's play which room is his. Nope. There you go. Hey! The door is unlocked? I guess I can go inside. Actually, I did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. Hero's room, there's all kinds of weird stuff in here. You even get it all from, and a glitchy camera. Look at the camera! What the fuck? It's twitching. Currently, he still hasn't turned up, which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? We can't take a look at all the occult stuff. Why is this camera glitching? Sir, why is your camera glitching? Oh, this was playing. Soundlessly check the bathroom. Nothing in here. It's pretty grungy though. How does the bathroom even get this dirty? Oh, I hate that. Thanks. There's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and something's made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? Is this Robo-Justice? And it's in Hero's room. Wait, it's blueprints. Something about them bothers me. Full bed, pretty much just like the one in my room. And everything. Can we see the blueprints? Arms bend like this. With the arm? I don't know, but I don't see any. He's definitely not here. Oh shit! Makoto, big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko! What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too! Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the 2nd floor. I think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. I have to head off to the pool. Kyoko, and...
I mean...
Oh man, I had the worst day. Hiro? Positive, but it's this suspicious individual that attacked me. Apparently that ridiculous object is Hiro. I'd ask Kyoko for the details if I were you. Well, Justice finally made his appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko's the one that found him. Hiro?
Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh! Who else would I be? That's a good question.
Huh?
Huh? What? Why do I look like this? You just now noticed? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati?
Right.
Found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool room locker. Looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
Still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something?
What?
That's creepy. Wait, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well,
Something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
it's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
and?
First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Well, I mean, I have no idea. It's like when I was asleep, don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here. Don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Huh?
Well,
Let me
I
out
know
of
what's
here!
up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all wrong!
And make the stupid friggin' thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. Don't really have a choice. Let's help him. Everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. Took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Whoa! Free at last! Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then...
To the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it's obvious to everyone that you made this costume. It's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. Tie me up. Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He'd be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them.
Please.
What? Killed who? No idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
You know I'm the only one. You should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit? You mean like a beat? You know, start putting on the Robo-Justice costume.
See, look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
Puff, Hina took the suit back off again.
Ah.
Well, now you're all out of excuses.
Oh,
see, it's 'cause you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead! Okay. Against my will, I picked up pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's not good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was possible. People dumb who locked him in it, right? The clasp is on the outside. How the fuck was he supposed to clasp it? If he was the one that decided to wear it and go around attacking people. Absolutely right. Seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
but...
Then there's another costume. Must have had one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
Insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
What the heck?
Evidence? Claim there's another suit, yes? Must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Kira's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyways.
That's terrible.
Just how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? No idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Dude, 2 people died.
What the heck?
You don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? Yeah, I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Are you freaking out? You did it!
Please.
I did not!
Huh?
Wait, hold on. Those 2 were the ones that were killed.
How about that?
That's it! I know who did it!
So then.
May as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Means
right.
Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
Correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay?
I'm
telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so
I know.
then.
That note. No? Last
Um,
night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. Here's what it said. Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
Real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So...
No, hold on. Could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
Really? Told you, someone's trying to set me up. Secret passage, chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me.
Ah.
If that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. You're being trapped here so long. Even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
Ah.
Still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
You should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have right here in my pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it.
Ah.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. Said before, us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? No particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. No, we need to keep investigating. We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, hero. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Is it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. He must be totally broken. That's why. Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. Time to yell and carry on. You have time to search for your evidence, right? You're right. Need to look for the second suit and that note. Feet don't fail me now. Guess I better get back to guard duty. Ask Toko, or shouldn't I Jack to switch with me? She and Sakura got into a fight. We'd have a catastrophe on our hands. I'll buy. By one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation. Helping Kyoko is 1,000 times better than helping fucking Byakuya. What? Cat? Hey. Cat has left the room.
It would seem...
Looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, can you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
Need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Don't you agree? What am I supposed to answer?
anyway,
I have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Guess we should head that way for now. I don't know why it's making me walk that way. Unless there's like somebody to talk to on the way. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment.
so then,
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
Monokuma File was right. Were killed using similar weapons. Movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Kodo, I found something. Did?
Hey,
Remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? Did?
whew,
You so oblivious to the people around you? You dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Wait, you said he had a watch?
so then,
Take a look. It's broken. See, the hands aren't moving, right? Most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. You notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. I mean, the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
that's right.
Last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. us waiting! His irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls!
In other words,
I worked at 10 last night. I've been broken at 6 p.m. Must have happened at 6 this morning.
however,
It's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. Appears to be gripping something. Right, there's something white in there.
Makoto,
Try and pry it out. Me?
because
Your mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. Just I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. Ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. Piece of paper that says I was murdered. Yeah. With some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. Piece of paper?
hey,
Is that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem much like a clue, does it?
is that right?
Wonder about that. I'll then turn to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he left us a few clues of his own.
indeed.
Did you find anything? Did. More than expected, to be honest. Look at this. Wad of paper.
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
Stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he hid it on purpose, you see? In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It's just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Okay, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. Make me do it. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
so
Sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. He was telling us the truth.
however,
Though, it's not exactly the same, is it? A.m. And this says 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So,
Part of it has been torn off, right? There's likely some meaning there. Some meaning to part of it being ripped? Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? What if it was attached to that fucking note? How would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
hey,
While we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. 2 victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. So there is any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. Yeah, I mean, it's not like there was a freaking scanner anywhere or something. Saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
Don't have to think about them at all. Wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. My said is that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. It may come to a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. But may play a role? I don't think I understand. Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death, And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It would seem.
Jeez. Oh my god. For that 110, test out your abilities, yep. And use that boost token if you want to keep that character. Fortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. To figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. $50, what a steal, yeah!
Shall we go?
Better get going. Okay. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. As soon as we were all there,
Monokuma appears!
he's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope. Not multiplication. Just looks that way because of an illusion. Moving so fast it only looks like I'm multiplied. You guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Whew.
Let's just get on the elevator already.
Boy,
I'm playing along.
Stop talking.
I'm here to play with you.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey!
Once here and ready to go, please board the pain train or elevator. See you guys down there.
Let's go.
Then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on. I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
I'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
Told you already, I didn't do it! For serious!
Hmm.
Reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but how unfortunate. And it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
Isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
That's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Idea. That's right. I have to do it. Can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. For the two that lost their lives. One who killed Hifumi and Taka. One who killed two of our friends. Killer is... someone right here!
Damn.
Like Monokuma's carefree attitude.
Just the worst.
Hurry up and go so we can make Hiro pay for his crimes. You listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. It appears the culprit has been confirmed. This trial will be over in no time.
hey,
The story begins when we get down there. It isn't me. You gotta believe me.
Yes, yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it! Wow. Did it and who got murdered? I'm not gonna tell you who did it. But I can tell you who got murdered, which is this dude. And this dude. Took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. Began to walk toward the elevator. As everyone was aboard, doors closed on their own. The steel box began to move. Yeah, that's kind of how elevators work. Clunking on the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There's no going back. When we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. Not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. Elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. You know, if you gathered together like this, realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
Really hate me so much? But I'm so cute!
Come on.
Goofing around and begin the trial. Rush me? Of course I'm gonna start it. Sit in the dining room with that tennis racket. Yes, that is the true answer. Never be like, stay tuned for this action-packed class trial after this commercial break. Never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. So the curtain opened once again. Deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. Yeah, okay. Deadly class trial. What's this time limit for each phase? I don't think we need to increase time limit. Now they must confront 2 murders. Claim the lives of Hifumi and Kiyotaka. This class trial, suspicion builds upon suspicion. Oh, maybe we can have everything equipped after all. Okay. Or that saved, right? Okay.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
Oh.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer, or anything else? We have to make that clear. Let's see Hiro's message. Okay.
Everything we found...
1 second. What are the controls again? Silencer is A. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, I remember now. Thing we found in your
The
room.
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
A conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Well, there's only one thing we can point at. Looking at the blueprints, that handwriting's awful messy. If I remember right, Hiro's handwriting
Everything we
is...
found in your room.
Wait, there was a second statement?
Shoot!
I thought there was only one. Wait.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit
Oh.
parts.
Okay.
No, that's wrong. Are we
we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
That is, I know, that's like the handwriting that I wish I had.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that.
Disguising your handwriting is actually a lot more difficult than you would think it is.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro is innocent as well.
What?
When I go to drink my tea, my VTuber's probably gonna freak out. Yep, there she goes.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Of course, he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
There's only one clear answer here. It was the Illuminati.
My God!
Hero's the only one that could have
Other
fit
than
into it.
Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that,
Genocide Jill, yeah. Or Genocide Jack. She's Genocide Jack in the police files, but she says she prefers to be called Genocide Jill. You know, I don't know.
there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
She's like the ultimate murderous fiend.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
No, she is that one. She's the one chick. She is her. But she has a split personality.
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
You got auto-modded.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
Automod was like, wow, that's misogyny. And I mean, Automod's not wrong, but we're talking about a freaking video game, it's fine.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Wait, whose corpse are we talking about? Taka's? I wasn't paying attention! We're talking about Taka's corpse, right? Fuck. Oh, Taka's corpse, okay. the dolly.
I got it!
Still one more thing. Okay, I was like, are we gonna have to select both of them or just
I
one?
got it!
But okay.
They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with that attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Everyone is dying. There's like, we have like half of the people that we started with, at least.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
God, I love watching my VTuber freak out when I drink my tea.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the doll.
Sus.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository,
Oh yeah, the gal to our right's been dead since the first trial. And then the dude to our left is the one who just died. Yeah, bodies are heavy, duh. Exactly. People are fucking heavy.
so did the doll.
Wow.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Mistaken.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
So, you think this is a fucking game? Actually, he does think this is a fucking game. I mean, he's not wrong. We're playing it right now.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects
Nobody expects much from you anyway. Wow!
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Wow, burn! Wow. Never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change your mind. You're not the only one that loves her. There's another person that comes around and Celeste is their favorite. And just explain to him why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. I forgot about the fucking blood stains on the wheel. A new element has been added to bullet time battles? Abso-fucking-lutely. What's going on? Reloading. Gonna add one more ingredient. The bottom of the screen underneath. Oh no, we have to do another. That's the bullet time battle. Fuck. He'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there really hasn't been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the Y button won't be enough to handle them. That'll cost you a bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing X. Okay. Just like locking on, you'll have to press X in time with the fucking tempo. This is my least favorite thing to do. Basically, just remember that X now has a function. It'll automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. Reaction difficulty is set to gentle, you don't have to reload. Well, we're not set to gentle, so...
have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Fuck me!
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere.
Fuck!
Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Fuck! Ah, I hate this. It's like fighting from the... like...
If you're
Oh,
asking for
Elisand?
proof that the dolly moved,
Yeah!
I have it right here.
Holy shit, it does sound a lot like Elisand, doesn't it? God, I hate these bullet time battles! I'm so bad with this kind of rhythm game, like... there's too many buttons to remember, and now I have to fucking reload. Asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez. Does the Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
Just a robot.
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Look at how the body was moved. It'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Oh, okay. Going easy on me.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yep.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
Yep.
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Yep.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, it's wrong.
Holy shit! I just looked over onto my bed and there's a cat!
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
Hey, Reebok! What you doing? Huh? You on my bed? What you doing on your cat blanket? You're being very cute. We now have cat. Reebok's the culprit. He did it. Aww.
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
No! No, Reebok!
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together, remember?
There's a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I knew it wasn't me. Not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist.
Jeez.
Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible! Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Hello. How you doing? Absolutely no chance that the costume is taken off just to move the body. Because once it's on, you can never take it off. You can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
What's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? And make the stupid freaking thing! Clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It's pretty sturdy. I think you can get it off on your own. Really have a choice, let's hope.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero
Back
wasn't
into
just
a wall
making
and
it up?
jump.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
Yeah.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect him.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
Yeah, there's something kind of sus about that image, though.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
To get hurt. Guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. Or, that's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
She too smug.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall.
Oh no, are we gonna get
Makoto,
another
Hina,
repeat of all the
Kyoko,
events that
and
happened?
myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
and then... At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Celeste is very
When we got back
suspicious,
to the
isn't
nurse's
she?
office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us, and she told us something very surprising. We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so
God.
we hurried back again.
Like one of those episodes of Scooby-Doo where they're just like running around all over the place.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Guys, is everybody forgetting the second body discovery announcement?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. Which one was... Well, number 3 just said they both got bashed in
regarding
the
Taka's
head.
death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka
Whoops.
came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Victims were cause of death. It's blood at the head. It's thought they were both killed with a similar weapon. You didn't miss all the trial. We're trying to figure out what's going on. The numbers. I know the fucking numbers. Like, oh, just because the hammers are fucking numbered, it obviously means that they were killed in that order, right? Totally. Victims were these two people, the cause of death. Oh wait, no, I think I need to actually absorb a thing. I don't think Monokuma file number 3 is relevant here. Justice hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order?
So, regarding Taka's death.
Forgot how do I, like, absorb something? What is it, LB? No.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Oh no, I have to hold down the Y button.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing
I just don't know
of
which
Justice
order this
Hammer
goes
4.
in.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka, I wonder if, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
No? Oh,
What makes
whoop.
you say that?
Fuck.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
It's true that Hifumi
Fucking
was
hell,
killed
I
with
can't get
Justice
the
Hammer 3.
buttons
While
correct.
Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So,
I wonder if, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
it's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
so, regarding Taka's death.
I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in.
There we go. God. Buttons.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
We're not accusing anybody yet. We've already basically proven that Hiro hasn't done it because of the fact that you can't put on or take off the suit by yourself. And because of the fact that you can't bend over in the suit to have moved Taka's body.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that relates to what time he must have died. Oh, his watch. Okay, I know what this says. I know what this says. That's wristwatch. Wait, if I can spell properly, oh my god!
Now I understand!
I can't spell.
I've got it! Taka's wristwatch! See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
Hiro's not dead.
It must have
Unless you
gotten
mean-
broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as
I
of
don't know
last
what you're
night,
saying. Hiro's the one that's being accused of doing it. You mean Taka, not Hiro? Yep.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Okay.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his
Ooh.
murder go out the window.
Now everyone's sus.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
Not have been gone for more than a minute or two.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the 3rd in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
Yes, Hifumi turned into a zombie.
No! Not another...
Ghost!
Ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Sure,
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
but did anybody confirm that?
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is that really possible? Walk away from a sledgehammer to the head? Yeah, but what if you're faking the whole thing? You should be already got joked! Oh my god! Okay, the broken wristwatch is clearly not relevant, so we're gonna have to get something from here.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Oh. No, the body discovery announcement happened twice! Why is everybody suddenly forgetting about this?
That when we first found Hifumi and then there's a chance he was...
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announced Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I'm not sure which ones to hit here, but,
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
okay, I got it right.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been
But
two announcements.
They do sure keep saying Among Us a lot. So who knows?
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
Celeste vented, I saw her.
But what I can say about the
Sus.
body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Finally, someone brings up the fact that there was a second announcement.
Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body discovery announcement. First time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and in the equipment room. And the second time was just after Hifumi came back to life. No. When both bodies were rediscovered.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the two bodies. It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh god. Just sneeze.
Oh, I know!
Okay.
Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Thank you, Jamie.
But honestly,
Glasses,
I
yep.
do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. To find it and show it to everyone. Glasses! Hey, the glasses!
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned...
Oh shit! I went fucking...
Shoot!
Fuck! I was too early!
Well, here's one thing we do. The first
God
time we
damn
found
it.
him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the...
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body
Oh my
after
God.
being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
There we go. Okay. I got it! Oh, I'm gonna totally lose the next
In
bullet
fact,
time battle.
There was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Evidence I found in the trash can at the nurse's office was... Wow, a glasses cleaning cloth! Who would
I got
guess?
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles. Some demon angel pretty pudgy princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
That's about what I expected.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses
Weeb
cleaning
shaming
cloth.
in a weeb game.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
One who moved Taka's body was not Taka himself.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
But wait, there's more.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Oh, the note! Thing that Hifumi stole from Taka.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Look, it's Egypt. We're finally here. Egypt. Finally. We're in Egypt. Huh?
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
That person could only have been Hifumi's pants! His pants became sentient!
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Hey, this isn't Ace Attorney! Don't go yelling objection!
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack's seriously scary, but still. Can't let her get to me. Scrap of paper? None of these are scrap of paper. Hello?
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
The watch.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, he's wrong.
I don't care about losing 5 seconds. That's 13 minutes on the clock. We have like so
No.
much time.
There absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
I have proof. Destroying evidence, yep. Exactly what he tried to do.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Wow.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get get all that right.
Yep.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely
Swing
dead.
and a miss. Yep.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Whoa!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office.
Damn, Hero bringing up a good point.
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi,
And
then put the hammer back where they
you
found it.
fucking lost us.
But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
And it's a clean hammer, exactly.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
Are you sure you have a brain in there, buddy?
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but they were also killed in a room literally full of hammers.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. All pictures surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth! The truth! Oh look, hey, how convenient. Spotless hammer.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Oh, is that not it? Fuck.
Shoot!
Okay, I have to look for the contradiction.
What
Was used to, was it just maybe Justice? Well, there's one, how was the culprit able to, how did nobody sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty
Holy
clear.
fuck!
The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Holy shit!
And, that's about it.
What What was used to kill him?
Wait,
wasn't
okay.
just justice.
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com.
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more
One thing
info.
seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the...
No, that's wrong. The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
It was just a different hammer.
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
Oh.
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
Murder!
If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones.
They're literally right there.
I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Well, yeah, look at how many of them are fucking missing.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Well, we did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... What? Okay, the hammer's clearly not what we're gonna be using.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive, assuming the rule holds true.
No, that's wrong. Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. a single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Just murder the accomplice. That's,
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although, if you think about it, she's almost too amazing! Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
True Killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case is unfolded, when you consider all that, there's only really one person who seems to fit. If I pause this, is the time still gonna go down? Okay, I'm able to pause it. Alright. Well, I'm gonna be right back. And then we'll reveal who done it. While my kitty cat sleeps very adorably on my bed. Hope I don't disturb him when I get up.